Below is a more in-depth look at the politics, history, and practicalities behind President Trump's threat to condition the Commanders' stadium deal on a name change, expanded to roughly a 3-minute read. 1. Trump's latest edict. On Sunday, President Trump took to Truth Social to announce he may put a restriction on the Washington Commanders' long-planned return to the RFK Stadium site unless the franchise rescinds the Commanders name and reinstates Redskins. He argued that restoring the old moniker would make the team much more valuable and the stadium deal more exciting for everyone. He quickly extended the same logic to the Cleveland Guardians, urging them to revert to Indians, citing what he claims is Native American support for the change. 2. What's driving the RFK deal? Site transfer. In late 2024, Congress transferred ownership of RFK Stadium from the federal government to the District of Columbia, clearing the way for redevelopment. May 2023 ownership. Josh Harris's group closed on the Commanders' purchase and immediately prioritized a new stadium back in D.C., closer to the team's fan base. Local process. The D.C. Council must hold public hearings and vote to approve any redevelopment plan. Those hearings begin July 29. Final approval could come later this fall. 3. Trump's leverage, real or symbolic. Limited direct power. While the president technically oversees federal property matters, the RFK site now belongs to D.C., and the ultimate authority lies with the council and local zoning boards. Political pressure. Trump's comments are designed to sway public opinion and signal he supports old-school team names, playing to his base more than wielding actual municipal veto power. Sponsorship risk. A return to Redskins or Indians would almost certainly alienate major corporate partners who pushed for the 2020 and 2021 changes. 4. Why the names changed in the first place. Decades of controversy. Native American groups and allies long decried Redskins as a racial slur. Major sponsors and the NFL itself pressed the team to retire it in 2020. Brand Reese, after 2 seasons as the generic Washington football team, the franchise adopted Commanders in 2022, aiming for a fresh identity free of controversy. Cleveland's path. The Guardians' name replaced Indians in 2021 amid similar calls from Native communities and corporate sponsors to end the use of indigenous imagery. Hammer 5. What comes next? Local testimony will focus on economic impacts, community benefits, and the historic and cultural significance of RFK. A name-related condition is highly unlikely to carry legal weight. Franchise response. Team leadership has remained publicly neutral on Trump's comments, but will emphasize stability, modern branding, and corporate partnerships. Fan reaction. While some nostalgic fans long for Redskins and Indians, polls show broad support for the current names and deep wariness of reopening old wounds. Bottom line, President Trump's stadium deal ultimatum is certain to dominate headlines and rally partisans. In practical terms, however, the D.C. Council and the Commanders' ownership hold the real cards on RFK's redevelopment. A legal requirement to restore a bygone name would encounter formidable corporate, community, and political resistance, making Trump's threat more an attention-grabbing soundbite than a likely outcome.